Hey guys, Chad Tracy back here with another video. I was terminated approximately 6 years ago for allegedly calling two people 2 different times, 45 days apart, to be exact. A pussy and a faggot, and I allegedly threatened to beat them up. Here I am, still fighting for my job. DOC has not reached out in regards to anything. Not even for my mental health and what happened during my stay there. Like I said before, guys, they don't give two shits about you. They will walk all over you. They will not give you the help they need or you need because they're going to be held liable. So they're going to be worried about lawsuits. Everybody in charge uptown are attorneys. So they know what they're doing. They're not stupid. They're not illiterate. They're very intelligent up there. They know what the outcomes are going to be before, if you file charges and all that stuff. But, some people are just staying in the top spots because they want to become a judge, and they're just waiting for that election or for them to get placed into that judge role, if you will. I just don't get how the 2, 3, 4, 5 top positions are all females. I have no issues with that, but I just want to point that out. It was never like that before in the past, ever. It is like that now. So why is that there's no men up there whatsoever in the top, on the 1, 2, 3 positions? Why is it all females? And not only that, but it's very, very, there's nobody of color in there either, black or Hispanic. Top 1, 2, 3 positions. I think maybe 3 or 4 or 5. There may be a African-American female. Even so, I thought it was a multicultural New Jersey DOC. But I guess as you get into the higher ranks, it's not. They kind of forget all that. Now, is that why that since there's white females, Caucasian females that are in the top 4 positions or 5 positions, whatever it is, top 3, I think it's top 4. Please mistake me if I'm wrong, but it's in that. So if somebody wants to do their homework and check on that. But what are the numbers of what's the ratio of people getting terminated that are white, black, Hispanic, etc.? I have a firm belief that there are a lot more white, Caucasian officers that are getting terminated than anybody else now. Generally, when that happens, guys, and it's the truth, and I'm gonna speak about it because everybody else doesn't want to. Generally, when that stuff like that happens and race gets brought into it, people don't want to talk about it. People don't want to deal with it. But it is what it is, and I'm being fair, and I feel like I'm speaking the truth. When there's white people that are getting terminated more than anybody else, there's an issue. It's almost like when there's more white or Hispanic people getting terminated, everybody turns a blind eye to it. Now, if it's African American, people are going to look into it and follow it, right? It's true. That's why not. It should be done like that. But if it's not fair across the board, then there's something wrong. So I definitely would love for somebody to look into that also. So you got the top 3 or 4 people, 5 people that are females. There's only, I believe, 1 African-American female that's up there. I believe there's no Hispanics or any other descent up there. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody wants to tell me. Then we also have we should have a pretty diverse people. We have diverse people in the jails, supervisors as well. And it's not like that in the top four positions in there. Why is there's no males up there, and why there's no black males or white males? Come on, DOC. We're supposed to be a diverse community, right? Let's call it what it is. So getting back, I'm going to entertain some of that Mr. Johnson had said in the last video. If you go back to the questions, the Q&As, he had stated that he doesn't really thoroughly understand it. And, I have to, it's almost like you have to be involved or have to be part of DOC or Department of Corrections or possibly even in law enforcement to fully understand. I know you have understanding of the Good Old Boys Club. And I know that you may not have an understanding of some of the things that I've said. So let me just reiterate some things. There's a key watch, if you will, in every single jail. It's pretty much like a watch board with different keys set up on a wall, and it tells you pretty much, what's going on where and blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to get too far into it, but it's pretty organized. And, that's all pretty much, from my understanding, pretty well done throughout the jails, pretty well organized. Everybody is excellent, except Garden State. We did have Wagner when that was open. I did misspeak about that. I said 4 weeks. That's incorrect. It took about excuse my French, 3 or 4 months. When you had people working on it daily, that's how long it took throughout the institution and everything like that. You had 2 people working on that. They got everything organized and things of that nature. And you had people in Garden State, one before the guy that's in there now, that was assigned to it. He had weekends off, and he couldn't stand it. But he was really, really tight with the one major that actually just, he changed his shirt. He doesn't wear the white shirt anymore. So, it's too dirty. It's probably so dirty it's now blue, like everybody else. That's probably what happened to it. It got so dirty it turned blue. But yeah, he's out of the white shirt. He's wearing the blue shirts that everybody else is wearing. He still walks around. I want somebody to look down. Somebody can look down and let me know if his shoes are tied when he's walking around. Let me know that, because I can probably guarantee it that his shoes aren't tied because they're always off. His shoes are always off when he's in his office. And I say Major, Mr. Johnson, because he's one of the highest ranking officers that are in the jail. I believe there's 2 now or 3 majors. The one major is part of safety and security. The other one's the administrative major, and I don't know what the other major does, if there is a third one. But when I was there was 2. One was administrative, one was safety security. And that's how it was conducted. If you had any kind of grievances, it would be done through the that would be, I guess, entertained through the safety and security major. If it had anything to do with that, if it has something to do with safety and security within the jail, your IVP, your union rep of that jail, was supposed to entertain that. The officers are not supposed to write that up. That's supposed to be written up by or grieved by the IVP. But listen, guys, let's call it what it is. That IVP that's in Garden State is not writing anything up. Just like he had the opportunity to take care of my issue that he said it was going to be taken care of. I guess that was his political politician things, because either he was bullshitting me or he lied to me. But I got charged with 10 days for not following up with the document. So, they just added to the other charges that happened. But getting back, that the keyboard key count, there was a officer before this one that he's supposed to be taking care of it, never did. He hated it. Then you have this guy that's a rookie pretty much. Doesn't even I don't even know the guy, so I can't really comment too much about him. I can only tell you what people have told me and go on that he's pretty much doesn't have a lot of time in. He was given that job with weekends off and still doesn't do that job as it should be done. So he's got weekends off, non-bidded, and it was pretty much handed to him. But I guess when you're tight with people, and you get awarded certain jobs because, who you are. If you're part of Good Old Boys Club, that's just how it works, guys. Let's call it what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, we had that going on. And when I say, when you have different things going on in the jail, that aren't being reported because who they are associated with, because they're part of the Good Old Boys Club, that's an issue. That's a huge problem. It's also a huge problem when you've been working on keys for 4 years, 5 years, and they're still not taken care of. There's a major issue there, major downfall, and I cannot believe that major is still there. But I also lead it up to, the person that's in charge of the major. And I believe that his chain of command is the administrator, assistant, associate administrator, and whoever the associate. I know who the one administrator is. I don't know the other ones. Well, actually, I do know the other ones, but and then you have the regional one, I believe. I think he's trying to take care of business and get things organized in there. But then it goes all the way up because those reports are followed all the way uptown. And then, I would imagine it would wind up on certain people's desks that were, assistant commissioner, associate commissioner. And I just can't believe that these people aren't being held accountable. Like, I've gave you guys information. You can check the cameras in the front house, in the front circle of Garden State. And you can have Chewy investigate it, because I'm sure he's sitting back not doing anything. Probably hitting his head on the ceilings as he walks through things. But instead of investigating only officers, why don't you look up and start going after some of the majors and lieutenants in there that are doing absolutely nothing, or stealing time from the state, or bringing officers out on the clock when things are going on and leaving. I just don't get it. This is vital information, but you're not doing anything about it. And everybody in Garden State knows it, and everybody in Garden State will tell you. But I guess it's only going to be if you watch the film, right? But that's how it is, guys. If you're part of the Good Old Boys Club, nothing's done, or the cameras get lost, or the video gets lost. It's just how it is, unfortunately. I guess that's kind of the way it is around the country also. You got New Jersey Transit, that there's mad lawsuits going on because there are, the Good Old Boys Club is there too. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Excuse me, guys. I had to get a drink. Since, I don't smoke weed or get high or anything, I guess I have to have a drink, every so often. But yeah, it's not my forte. I don't get high. I just want to know what's going to happen in DOC when people, in DOC, they're high or getting high or showing up for work and they're high already and there's no tests available. But you guys legalize it and authorize officers or allow officers to smoke it, but there's no tests for them, immediate tests to see if they're high. So they're going to be out there shooting people, right? On the special details that you have going across the country that you're putting officers in there. And by the way, DOC, when I seen that one, I think it's up on Instagram, I believe. I think it's either Instagram or Facebook, one of the two. There are Black and Hispanic officers in the department. And the pictures that were given in them, there was no Black or Hispanic officers in any of those pictures. Why is that? You have very highly educated Blacks and Hispanics in DOC that deserve to be pictured and talked about, but they weren't in there. If I have to in the next video, I will publicize that and take a picture and show you guys. But, tell me I'm lying. So, the masked man, masked woman will be returning. We're going to have some good information. I hope you like it. He'll be back. And that's it for tonight's video, guys. Be safe in there. Watch each other's backs. Although DOC is not treating you, and I mean the people up in central office, the top 4 or 5 people or 6 people, and even the Attorney General. It seems like, the Attorney General hates cops, hates corrections. You still got 5 good people, 5 good officers. I believe one resigned. I don't even know. I think so. That's what I heard. That were terminated from Garden State, that are still out of work, and they're just sitting on the sidelines. What are you guys doing? What's going on, DOC? PBA, what's going on? Get the officers back. They deserve to be back. Enough's enough. They didn't do anything wrong. If you're trying to go after 2 officers, like that particular sergeant, or that one particular officer that was from Garden State, so be it. But you shouldn't be taking down everybody else. You took down 5 officers. So let's break it down. You broke it. So you had, I want to say, 3 officers that were white. 1 was black. 1 was Hispanic. Then you had 1 white supervisor. And the other black supervisor that was videoing did not get terminated. But I was always under the impression that, and I said this before, I was under the impression that if he sees what's going on, he's supposed to jump in and prevent it. But he didn't. But I guess it is what it is, right? Like I said, guys, they only fire who they want to fire. And I think that if they fired that one sergeant that was black, they would have to listen to his wife that was a lieutenant that retired not too long ago. And that's what they're pretty much afraid of her running her mouth on social media, because now she's retired. So she could have probably ran her mouth on social media, brought light to it, and, her husband, everybody would have been probably back to work already because of her mouth, because that's how big her mouth is. So, you know how that goes, guys. But listen, DOC, I could be a great officer advocate. Hey, I'm available. I'd love to make 150 grand a year, 125 grand a year. You're hiring felons. I mean, you're hiring felons now as officers. You're hiring felons for inmate advocate. So, I mean, I'm not a felon, but I was terminated. There's an idea. I'd be great at it. I'll be firm, fair, and consistent, as I am now with these videos. Listen, do the right thing. DOC, do the right thing. That's all I'm asking. Reopen it, because it's not going to end. I'm still waiting for the conclusion from the other thing that we're waiting on. So, let's go. All right, guys. Video's done. Have a good day. Be safe. It's Sunday. Enjoy your Sunday. Watch a video, pass it, subscribe. Please get the word out. We're not stopping, guys. I got 722 followers now. I didn't think it was going to get that big. I got over, almost 8,000 views on the one, 5,000 views on the other, 2,000 views on my first video. I don't know. 1,000 views. I mean, it's just going up, guys. Every day the views are going up and up and up. So I couldn't do it without you. I appreciate it. Keep watching. Listen, any information, bad information, good information, let's go. Bring it. I appreciate all the information you guys are giving. Southern Jails, if you have any info you want to get out, inbox. This is what I wanted to tell you. I did see a guy from Garden State. He was an officer. He's part of Good Old Boys Club. He was at my gym today. My man, check it out. You know who you are. You got something to say? Come say it to me. Don't give me a dirty look. and then turn your head and shake it. You got something to say, come up and say it. At least you can see what I'm saying, and you know it's me, and I don't hide behind anything. I'm at the gym. I'm at Edge in Cherry Hill, Monday through Friday. Saturday, Sundays, I'm off. Come see me at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. I'll be on the stepper. 9 p.m. I'll be on the stepper, guys. Join me. Do an hour cardio. We can talk. Or we can run. Whatever you guys want to do. We can have coffee. Tea. Have a good day. Be safe. And I'll see you guys soon. Chad Tracy, 18 and a half years in. Was terminated by 2 officers that lied, falsified. And I'm still fighting for my job back. Approximately 45 days apart. It was like more like 75 if you do the thing, but after I was charged, like 45. So 45 days apart. And I'm still fighting for my job. I have witnesses. People came forth that are willing to re-testify. And we're ready to rock and roll. Lying under oath at this stage is, could get you sued. So, let's go, guys. Have a good day. Be safe. And I'll see you soon. Good night.